Welcome to the IDC in 5. This is a program that gives you the opportunity to interact with the IDC. Now on the program today, we respond to a question from Lukoba.
Hi there. I saw something about an IDC Wealth Fund. I'd like to know, what is the IDC Wealth Fund and how will it benefit ordinary Zambians?
To respond to Lukoba, I have on the program Mr. Cornwell Muleya, the Chief Executive Officer here at the IDC.
The Wealth Fund, I think, has been set up in many countries. We are a little bit behind schedule really on this one. So we are playing catch up really, and the concept of the Wealth Fund is common ownership of all the wealth that is vested in a country. And it comes from the idea that we have common ownership as all generations of Zambians for the wealth that this country holds, whether it be in the mining, in other natural resources, water bodies, in agriculture. Everything that we extract is not only for us as the current generation, but it belongs to all Zambians, both current and future. And these activities require us to set aside part of the monies that we are generating out of this wealth to invest for future generations as well. By creating the Wealth Fund, you have a lot of stability that comes into the country. First of all, is financial security for future generations. Secondly, it allows you to have structures which enable you to do long-term planning for the entity as well as for the country. So you can plan for infrastructure projects, you can plan how you're going to modernize the society with a fairly stable cash projection that allows you to be able to direct those investments into those critical areas. Essentially, what you do with the fund is to look at what are the priorities for Zambians. Where are we lacking in terms of investment? We have to set up priorities on a long-term basis, looking at what the country needs, whether it be the critical infrastructure projects, whether it's to invest in modernizing our societies, in education, whether it's to bring technologies. These are issues that as a country we set up priorities for, and the Wealth Fund is supposed to be used to benefit not only us, but all the future generation of Zambians as well. Essentially, the activities of governments normally are far removed from the common people, and this is really where it becomes critical for the activities that IDC is going to be doing when this Wealth Fund is created and is operating. First of all, we look at where do we get the revenue streams. The revenue streams come from the extractive industry for natural resources, so we have mechanisms for that, which will accrue to the investment fund. Secondly, we have offset programs on the procurements that we have as a country, which means there will be reinvestment back into the country, which will go into foreign exchange and import substitution, which means our foreign exchange will be more stable when this program is implemented. Then we have revenue streams from budget surpluses, which are then directed again to be invested on behalf of the people. And there is also the recoveries from proceeds of crime and corruption, also which the people currently lose. That comes for investment into the wealth funds. Where now it touches the common people is the infrastructure that we're going to invest in, which means we modernize markets, make it easy to create communication into the rural areas, enable participation by modernizing our schools, investing in social programs which touch the lives of Zambians directly, making sure that there is food security by investing in agriculture. Like now we have an issue of power deficits. If we had this fund, this is the fund that you use to be able to stabilize and pay for the emergency power that we would need at times like this. So by carefully planning the activities that you target to invest from this wealth fund, it will indeed touch all the lives of Zambians across the July.
Well, we can only hope for a positive narrative as we save for the future generations to come through the Wealth Fund. This is Charles Chulu, and I'll see you in the next conversation.